It's that time of the year again. The time of the year to, well, talk about next year. Welcome back, everybody. Such a pleasure to be back. My name is Alex Beltran, and I talk about real estate tricks, tips, and topics. So, if you want the latest on everything real estate related, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you never miss out. So, a little bit of a disclaimer, because I don't know if you heard, but the world ended and travel restrictions. I wasn't able to visit these cities like I normally do, but I am very familiar with all these cities and have been there before. So I'm not just randomly putting this list together based off of a quick Google search. Not only do I look at these cities on paper, I normally visit those cities and physically check them out for myself. And just as a quick refresher, in case you haven't seen my last year's video, I'm going to talk about the Alex Beltran secret sauce. Number one, travelability. Is it easy to get to and from the city? Are there good highways, great method of transportation, a pretty good airport, etc.? Number two, attractions and career opportunities. Is there a reason to be or not to be in a particular city? This is going to influence the need for short or long-term housing. Number three, value. What exactly are you getting for your money? And number four, growth. Is your investment actually going to grow in the long run? So just remember the acronym TAG. Okay, that's never gonna catch on. But just remember those 4 key points and you should be pretty good. So aside from the numbers, I use these indicators to really narrow down the cities that I'm evaluating for this list. Because let's be real, there's a 90% chance that any real estate that you buy is gonna be worth more in the future. I made a similar list for 2020. I'm gonna go ahead and link that above. And while all those cities are still great cities to invest in, times are changing and I gotta update the list. Thank you, COVID, for, sparking the California mass exodus. Okay, but look, on a serious note, I really do have to give a huge shout out to the U-Haul salespersons of the year. Number 5, Phoenix, Arizona. Right now, this city is the perfect place to invest in real estate. In fact, if you would have heeded my advice when my last video came out, you'd be sitting pretty on a nice pile of equity like Smog sleeping on top of his pile of gold. Californians are moving the hell out of California, and Phoenix is one of the cities that they are moving to. It's only about an 8-hour drive to Los Angeles, if you drive legally. It's about an hour away from LAX, Ontario, or Burbank Airport, and they have better tax rates, more affordable housing, and more bang for your buck. The reason why it's a great place to invest is the same reason why it's a great place to live there as well. The median home price is $335,000, which is up by 15%. Let me repeat that one more time. It is up by 15%, which is awesome. However, there's a little bit of a caveat. In fact, there's gonna be a little bit of a caveat for all the cities on this list and realistically for all investments in general. This isn't gonna be a consistent percentage growth going forward. I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know when the markets are gonna shift, but a more realistic growth is between 5 to 7% if history has shown us anything. I think one of the reasons for the explosive growth is because Californians look at the Phoenix real estate market and think to themselves, wow, that's really cheap. Even if I overpay for a particular property, it's still a hell of a lot better than anything that I would get in California for that same price, if that price even exists at all. Phoenix is not struggling with unemployment. There are plenty of jobs in every sector of the job market, and Phoenix has plenty of entertainment and lots of expected growth for the future. So here's the breakdown. Travelability, 6 out of 10, because an 8-hour drive to Los Angeles is still an 8-hour drive to Los Angeles in a blistering hot desert that's super flat and super boring to drive on. Although the Phoenix airport, it is a pretty good airport. Attractions and career opportunities, 7 out of 10. As of the time of this recording, there are no new closures because of COVID, so I guess just put on a mask and have a blast. Value, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10 because did I mention that the median price range went up by 15%? I know stocks that will never yield that much of a return, like ever, and growth. 9 out of 10 as well. Abandon that California dreaming for that Arizona reality. I can't believe I just said that. Number 4, Las Vegas, Nevada. Only a 3-hour drive to Los Angeles. if you drive legally. I make this distinction because as Californians, we have a little bit of an unwritten rule that if we all speed together, CHP can't catch all of us. In the words of our former president, Bill Clinton, if you ain't first, you're last. Damn, that was a horrible impression. Vegas has a thriving luxury market. So as an investor, you have lots of flexibility in where you choose to enter the real estate market, whether it's the low end or the high end. Being that Las Vegas is literally the entertainment capital of the world, it gives you lots of flexibility with short and long-term leases. I mean, right now, short-term leases aren't the best, but things will get back to normal. Las Vegas's median price range is $340,000, which is up by 10%. Once again, insert caveat here. Las Vegas, I feel, has the ability to grow much quicker and thrive over the long run, especially given the fact that you can succeed at almost any price point. Travelability, 9 out of 10. The Las Vegas airport literally takes you anywhere in the world. And if they ever build that high-speed train between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, that'll change commuting like forever. Attractions and career opportunities, 261 out of 10, which coincidentally, $261 is how much the average person loses to gambling every year. My mom would be very proud that I am above average at something. Value, 7 out of 10, a small step behind Arizona, but still very noteworthy. Growth, 8 out of 10. Even the Raiders left California to call this desert oasis home. It wouldn't surprise me if Tesla one day just bored their way all the way to Las Vegas and called it their home as well. You know, the boring? No? Okay, well, I thought it was funny. Number 3, Austin, Texas. It really helps to get a marketing boost from the biggest podcaster in the world, Joe Rogan, as one of the best places to live. It's not just Californians that are moving to Austin, it's people from all over the world as well. Austin is turning into a technology hub, and there will be plenty of jobs in the near future as well. I mean, the Tesla Gigafactory. Do I really need to say more? I try to go to Austin at least one time a year to Circuit of the Americas because I'm a huge F1 and MotoGP fan. Probably not the most popular sport in the US, but boy is it exciting. A combination of favorable tax rates, a creative yet very disciplined culture in Austin makes it a great place to not only invest, but to live in as well. And you can't forget about the barbecue. I don't know what it is about barbecue and real estate investment, but they just go together. It's science. The median home price is $355,000, which is up by 12%. With mass employment looming very soon in Austin's creativity, I wouldn't be surprised if Austin turns into a major hub of something much bigger. So right now is the perfect time to swoop in on property while it's still relatively cheap before prices skyrocket. Travelability, 9 out of 10. Although once you're in Austin, there's really no reason to leave, which is why I'm also going to give attractions and career opportunities a solid 9 out of 10 as well, because Austin is a very hip town with plenty of things to do, and it has that sort of larger than life feel that you can only expect from the Lone Star State. In terms of value, solid 7 out of 10, and growth, 8 out of 10. Although, you know, once this video gets released, I'm pretty sure that's just gonna grow exponentially. Number 2, Maplewood, New Jersey. This one's very interesting because it's actually a suburb of a suburb in Newark, New Jersey. And look, first off, we quickly gotta get something out of the way. New York is not dead. Anyone who's trying to tell you that it is dead, it's probably because they have a vested interest in trying to swoop up on as much cheap property as possible while people are moving out. Don't listen to them haters. And look, quick disclaimer, I've never physically been to Maplewood, New Jersey before. I'm very familiar with Newark and New York City and Brooklyn and all those areas. I go there all the time, but I've never been to Maplewood, New Jersey, because I've never really had a reason to go there. However, with travel restrictions in both New York and New Jersey, I was only able to look at Maplewood on paper, and boy, do I love what I see. From what I can tell, a lot of middle-class New Yorkers are moving to Maplewood, New Jersey. A lot of them are tired of those tiny apartments and would prefer a larger house with a bigger yard that's still a stone's throw away from New York City. Once this whole end of the world stuff is over, Maplewood, New Jersey is one of the places that I want to check out in person. From what I can tell, a lot of young families are here. It's going through a complete overhaul, a renaissance, if you will. More shops and a lot of homes being bought and refurbished and being held onto for the long run. The median home price is $504,000, which is up by 8%. And once the floodgates open and more people start paying attention and they start buying those older homes and bringing them up to spec, that median home price is gonna skyrocket, which is why it's my number 2. And it's also probably the most time sensitive out of all the cities on this list. Travelability, 9 out of 10. It is literally a global destination. Attractions and career opportunities, 8 out of 10. I mean, any culture that can successfully pull New Yorkers out of the Big Apple must have something big going on. Value, 7 out of 10. Don't let that modest growth fool you. That is pretty big gains for an area with a huge demand in real estate. And growth, 9 out of 10. When I make my top 5 cities to invest in 2022, you're gonna wish you heeded my warning about Maplewood, New Jersey. Let's throw in some honorable mentions. 1, Kansas City, Missouri. 2, Nashville, Tennessee, which coincidentally are both barbecue cities. I'm telling you, there's something about barbecue and good real estate investments. No one ever believes me, but I swear it's like a cheat code. If there's good barbecue in that city, chances are there's gonna be some good real estate investments in that city as well. I also made a real estate vlog about Kansas City, Missouri. I'm gonna go ahead and link that above. Check that out on your spare time. First, finish this video. Before I give you the number 1 city on this list, if you found this video informative or entertaining so far, go on ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. Greatly helps out this channel, and thank you in advance. Seriously, I mean it, like from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. The number 1 city on this list is Omaha, Nebraska. The prices here are ridiculously low, especially in comparison to all the other cities on this list. Yet, Omaha offers the best long-term potential. Both commercial and residential real estate are thriving in this city, like right now. And Omaha is still a medium-sized city. So if you buy real estate within this year, you're just gonna be along for the ride when Omaha inevitably turns into a large city, because there's development everywhere. Omaha is Silicon Prairie, so there are plenty of tech jobs, medical, agriculture, engineering, financing, you name it. It's here, and it gives Omaha a very balanced economy. In terms of attractions, there are plenty of things to do, and you're also a couple hours away from Kansas City, about an 8-hour drive to Denver, and you really don't want to speed on these particular highways for multiple reasons, really. 1, deer. They will f your car up. And 2, unlike the CHP, the state troopers here will pull over all the speeders and gladly give everyone tickets. Seriously, I've seen like a row of 10 cars get pulled over by a single state trooper, and he's just handing out citations like they are invitations to the prom. Do not test them. The airport currently sucks, but it is getting better. What I really love about Omaha, Nebraska is the food. If you ever come visit, you have to go to Coneflower Ice Cream. It is the best ice cream in the world. And I know what you're thinking. That's a bold statement, but I can confirm this with my own taste buds. Do it. Do it. You won't regret it. The best chicken wings in town are at Oscar's Sports Bar, but you have to go to the bar on Center. They have a takeout on Maple, which their food there is still really good, but it's one of those things where you just have to go to the original. You know what I'm talking about? So when you go, order your chicken wings, any flavor that you want, just make sure that it is either char buffed or double dipped. And tell them I sent you. I mean, they don't know me, but tell them I sent you anyway. I'm sorry, let's get back to real estate. The median home price is $217,000, which is up by 11%. There's less competition from other investors because it's still a relatively unknown city. However, you do have to compete with a lot of casual buyers. I absolutely love Omaha, Nebraska. I especially love the fact that I'm so close to my best friend of all time, Warren Buffett. Him and I, we go to the old market every weekend and we just pop bottles, you know, get table service, you know how it is. Travelability, 7 out of 10, and that's really because of the airport. Until it gets updated, then that number will change, but until then, sorry. Attractions and career opportunities, I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. Omaha is a hidden gem, and once you're here, there's plenty to do, like literally everywhere. Value, 10 out of 10. I mean, with that median price range being so low, it makes Omaha a very affordable city. In terms of growth, I'm gonna give that another 10 out of 10. Omaha is growing exponentially, yet managing to keep their economy strong and steady. Anyway, question of the day, what cities are you looking at to currently invest in? Go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And with that said, if you found this video informative or entertaining, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing in real estate, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. If you want to catch some more of my real estate related content, I'm going to go ahead and link it here and here. Other than that, catch you guys next week. Peace.